Hey everyone, in this video we are going to go over how to do a Microsoft Bing search automated using Sikuli. Some of you may know that Microsoft Bing rewards, you can do some searches on the Bing search engine, get some points every day for doing searches and doing some other activities, and you can accumulate those points and use those points to get things like gift cards or an Xbox Game Pass or whatever. I'm going to show you how to automate it and put the searches in that you're searching for through Sikuli, so you don't have to type them. What we're going to need for today, you're going to need to have Microsoft Excel, number one. If you don't have that, this won't really work, or I don't know how to make it work besides just manually doing it, which I guess you could. It would just make this very long, and maybe I can show that at the very end. The other thing that you'll need is Sikuli. If you don't have Sikuli already, or you didn't watch the video on how to download it, you're going to need Sikuli version 2.0.4, and I have a video out there that shows how to do that. Go ahead and watch that video first, and then come back to this. So you've got Sikuli, and now what we're going to do, so you're going to want to go to a link. I've got some links down at the bottom for whatever internet browser you use for your rewards. I would recommend using Microsoft Edge because the rewards give you a little extra points for using Edge as the browser instead of like Chrome or Firefox. But I'll include Firefox, maybe Opera, and Chrome and Edge as well. I'll have separate links for each of those. Go ahead and go to my Google Doc. We're going to use Chrome as our example here. Take all of the text from the Google Doc here, and you're going to want to copy that. Go back over into Sikuli and paste it in here. And you should see that it will paste it, and kind of there will be some text that will have different colors and things like that, showing that it's kind of activated. Now that you've pasted it, what you're going to want to do is bring up Excel. You're going to want to create a workbook that has 30 things you want to search for. So like whatever you want to put, a rock. Search for a rock, search for a door, keyboard, whatever. Type in your 35 or however many, I think it's 35 things that you have to search for each day. Once you've typed those things in, go ahead and save as and browse, and you're going to want to put it in a spot where you're going to remember. I would recommend documents, doing documents, and then in your Sikuli folder that you created, a folder called workbooks, and saving it in there. And you can save it as whatever you want. It can be search or whatever, but make sure you know the title of it and save it in that workbook folder. That will make it easier. You can save it somewhere else too. Just have to kind of pay a little extra attention when we change the file path. So save it there. And now we're going to go back into Sikuli. Okay. This code up here just kind of tells it it's going to grab from Excel, the Excel workbook, the book, open workbook. This is the location of that workbook that we just saved. Okay. So if you put it in your documents, it's going to be in most likely C, users, and then go ahead and put your name, whatever the folder is, in there. So if your name's on this one, the name of the laptop or whatever is Hayes, so we're going to change that to Hayes. And then documents, Sikuli code. This one I'm pretty sure I just named the folder Sikuli, so I'll change it to Sikuli. That should work. And then I think I just had it as workbooks, documents, Sikuli, workbooks. Yep. So I'm going to change this to workbooks, and I keep the capital or lowercase, whatever it is, just to be safe. And then I just named ours search. So if I go back, delete this, and it's just search.xlsx. Okay. So again, what we changed is the name after users, so users, and then the name, make sure that's correct. Then the rest of the file path, documents, Sikuli, workbooks, and then the file, whatever you named it. If you just named it search, it should work just fine. Now, if you saved it somewhere else, whatever, just make sure your file path matches this here and that it's in the right spot and everything. If you need to add a few extra folders or whatever, just make sure to put 2 of the slashes here in between the folders and everything. It should be good. We're going to keep the sheet 1. Don't rename your sheet in Excel. Just keep it sheet 1. It should be sheet 1 by default. After that, the next thing you have to just find the file path for is your browser. So in this case, we are using Chrome. In the other browsers and everything, you will find Firefox or Edge or whatever, it should be pretty close to whatever I put in the doc. If it doesn't work, we'll find out. But so C, program files, Google, Chrome, application, chrome.exe. I think Chrome always installs in that spot, so that should work. And then the rest for Chrome, it should be pretty similar here. I'm just going to run through exactly what this is going to do. It's going to open Chrome. It's going to wait for a little bit, and then it's going to type Control L to go to the very top to do a link. Then it's going to type bing.com. It's going to hit enter. And then for this part here, it says just for the range of the cells that you put items in to search for, it's going to type in the search word for the first one, and then it's going to hit enter, and then it will go back up to the top and search for another one. At the end here, this type key F4 alt, that's just going to close Chrome so that it opens Chrome, ends Chrome. So if you, before you run this, you want to make sure that you have any Chrome windows closed. So I'm going to close this window of Chrome. I don't have any others open. And before we do this as well, you're going to save it as, and I'm going to save it as Chrome _search dot SIKULI. Okay. All right. So we saved it. We made sure that our file folders were correct. Before you run, make sure that you know that the way to stop it is to hold Alt, Shift, and C. Let me repeat that because that's very important if you have a long list. You're going to want it to stop Sikuli. You have to hit Alt, Shift, C. So I'm going to start running this. If I hold Alt, Shift, C, boom, it stops. Okay. If you don't, it looks like it won't throw an error if it doesn't have the application there. So what you can do is just kind of test it out with maybe 1 or 2 words and see if it opens Chrome. If it doesn't open Chrome right away, hit Alt, Shift, C. Okay, that will close or stop Sikuli. I'm going to change that back to application, save, and I'm going to run this, and it should open Chrome. See, there we go. Open Chrome. Now it's going to wait for a minute to just, I put 5 seconds up there just so it can have enough time. I'm going to type in bing.com. Then it's going to type door. That's the first one I think we wrote. And keyboard. That's another one I wrote. And then that's it. So I think it might have missed one there. Let's see. What do we have? We had rock. Looks like it starts on door. Let me do this here. We're gonna start it in row 2, and let's just do word up like this, big, kind of like a title here. We'll make it bold too. Okay. And then what you have to do in order, if you change anything on this Word document, when you go to change your searches or whatever you want to do with it, you need to make sure before you run Sikuli that you save this, because Sikuli is going to go off of the most recently saved file. So I hit save, X out. We're going to run this again. It closed Chrome for us because I had that Alt F4 at the end. So we're going to run it again. Should open up Chrome for us. There we go. It's going to wait 5 seconds after executing the open Chrome. I'm going to go to bing.com, and it should search rock now. Yeah, okay, so rock's the first one. So again, going back to the Excel folder, you're going to want to put like a title at the top, or just start your stuff on row 2. So yeah, start on row 2. Make sure you got your 35 or however many it is. You go from there. Now you'll notice just a couple quick notes. What I did is I used some kind of keyboard shortcuts. If I open up Chrome here real quick and do like it does bing.com, what I did is I made the program just go and say, okay, first thing you do, type in door. And then it searches for a door. Now, in order for us to do it without, you could change this if you want. If you watch the first Sikuli video all the way through, you could change it to make the mouse go back up here, double click and then delete or something, and then type the next one in. But what I did is I just said, you know what, hey, use the shortcuts. Control L takes you back up to the top. And then I have it go and hit tab a couple times and then search for the next thing, which I think we said was keyboard, right? And I'll show you that right here. That down here is, it searches bing.com, it hits the enter key, and then it will search for the first word, which we had was rock, hits enter, and then it holds down control and types L, which takes you up to the link address, and then it will hit the tab key, and then hit the tab key again, and that takes us, you remember when we hit tab twice in Chrome, it took us from here, it takes us back, tab, it takes us back to search for something in Microsoft Bing again. That's just the way I did it. Now, I mentioned if you don't have Excel, this is still possible, but the way you're going to have to do it is you're going to have to, instead of this for iron range length search here, you're still going to want to do this part here, program files, Google Chrome, type L key control, sleep for a quarter of a second, type bing.com, hit enter, and then sleep for 1. And then what you're going to want to do is kind of copy this here, type search, blah, 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 all the way down there. Copy this. Okay. And then I'm going to put a space in between the 2 lines just to kind of differentiate. And you're going to have to backspace a bunch on this. Backspace. And the reason that you have to backspace so it's all in line because of the way just the code, how the code works. If you hit down and there's delete 3, 4, it's 4 times because it's 4 spaces for whatever reason. That's a coding thing. I don't know the reason or rhyme on it. I just know that's just how it's supposed to work. Okay, so type, and instead of the search I here, you're going to want to type quotations and then whatever you're searching for. So we're going to hit rock here. Rock, and then quotes again. And then enter, blah, blah, blah. Okay, copy this. Okay, hit enter, paste, and then change rock to, what did we have, door? Okay, I don't know if you can see where I'm going with this. Okay, next thing you do for your next word, copy, paste, change door. So you see we have door up here. Go down here to this one we just copied and get rid of that and do keyboard. Okay, then delete all this down here. Oop. Go here, delete all that. Go up to the top. You're gonna delete all of this. All of this Excel stuff here, the address, delete all that. Okay, now we're gonna save this as search _long because it takes a long time to type this, to type all those words out. Okay, so save, so search long. So you still have Chrome or whatever browser, here. So type copy whatever you're doing and you replace that search right with the I in the brackets. You're gonna hit run, and now it'll open Chrome. It'll do, hold on. We didn't have Chrome closed, so I'm gonna hit Alt-Shift-C. Go back to Chrome, I'm gonna close it out. Okay, now we're good. So I'm gonna run it again. It should open Chrome for us, okay? And it should do the same exact thing. It's just it takes a lot longer because the code, each one, instead of reading from a line in Excel, we had to type it in ourselves. A rock, door, there we go. Next one, keyboard. Okay, like I said, you could probably see where we were going with this. The thing is, you can see how much longer this code is. It's going down. You can do it this way. It's just going to be very long. And in order to change and update the words, you're going to have to spend a bunch of time updating the words. So it is definitely possible. It is a lot easier though with Excel. You've kind of followed the tutorial, pause the video where you need and go back and just kind of make sure you have your pathways right. Alt-Shift-C is your friend. If you're going this and it looks like something weird's going on or whatever, feel free to Alt-Shift-C. Close other programs too, so it's not like typing in other programs or things that you're using, and you should be good. Feel free to comment down below if something is weird. Maybe I can make an updated video or something, but that should work. Good luck. Make sure that you just have your Excel sheet populated and saved with like a title or just a blank one in that first row there. So you're looking through A2 through A36 or whatever it is for however many you need. Okay. You can always do more or less, maybe you don't want to get all the points for the day. I don't know. It's up to you. It's in your hands. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for more cool things to do with Sikuli. Thanks guys.